Do we want to talk about your favorite one?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Yeah. This was just fun.
I think this is another like Fujimoto-ism that I've kind of felt every time I watch anything by him is that Fujimoto's characters kind of speak to each other in a way that is, in a weird way, unrealistic. Like it's a very weird vibe. Like it's when you see, like, for example, scenes in Fire Punch or Chainsaw Man where it's just two characters talking, the way that the dialogue goes back and forth and ping pongs between two characters is like, you look at it and you're like, no actual real person would have a conversation like this. But because his characters are so weird, the weird dialogue and the weird tone of the dialogue kind of works in a natural way. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's very hard to describe.
Kind of yes and no.
Yeah.
Because I think I said this in the reaction, but I kind of realize all of his plot progression and his dialogue, it kind of feels like it's characters who feel realistic, but voice all of their intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
This one also felt like a musical in its weird pacing and high energy. And I mean, the plot of this one is very straightforward. It's a guy who is wanting to ask a girl out to be a girlfriend, or just go, and the thought of this very strong and stoic guy who always is, so good at what he wants to do in life is really struggling with this aspect to just tell a girl that he likes her, essentially. And it constantly just keeps boiling and boiling. It's weird because it feels like you're pouring a cup of water and you're like constantly pouring until it gets to that point where it's like full and you're trying to add more and more water. And that's kind of like watching this. Like, he's constantly about to say it, but won't. But the energy keeps getting higher and higher to the extent where he's about to confess to her and a guy is about to rob them and he just kind of ignores it. And then the earth is about to be taken over by aliens and he ignores it because he wants to lock in and tell this girl he likes her.
It's like there are more important matters at hand right now.
But it wonderfully captures that vibe when you're younger. I don't know if you can relate, but when you're in school and you want to ask a girl out, and it feels like the most pivotal decision of your entire life.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you can have everything else going on and be on top of it, but for some reason, asking someone out or telling you like them and being that vulnerable for the first time is such an impossibly daunting feeling to overcome.
Yeah.
And I think it captures it in such a fun and lighthearted way. And really shows it in a really stupid way, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because we've all been there. I hope we've all been there. Watching. I hope you get to experience this feeling, because at the moment it feels so impactful to your life. It feels like the most important thing and that nothing else can possibly take away. The earth is literally ending, but it doesn't matter because I'm about to tell this girl I like her and she might make fun of me and my whole life might crumble.
Yeah, totally.
And it captures it in such a jovial way that I really, really enjoy. And if you want to watch 15 minutes of just fun, then recommend
this
it.
one was one of the shortest ones. It was only like 12 minutes.
Yes,
but
sure.
I like this one as well because it just takes this core idea, which Connor just said, and it just
pushes it to
its limit
Yeah.
and doesn't need to say more. This one honestly felt like a Nichijou skit.
Yes.
You know? It could have been like a skit from Nichijou that got randomly posted somewhere.
The way it was directed as well, and like all the animation cuts, like there's very fast-paced animation cuts that are quite almost Shaft-like in a way, very Monogatari style as well.
The character designs are awesome as well.
Yeah.
I really like the main girl's design is really cool.
Yeah.
And quite unique.
Yeah.
So a great short one, probably similar to the first one in the sense that it's quite straightforward. Not much weirdness. Like
a little more in a comedic way though.
Yeah. I liked it.
I feel like the problem with the first one is that unlike the other ones, I don't feel I'm like this one, Love is Blind. I feel like Fujimoto had such a concrete idea about the, such a concrete way of portraying the idea he wanted to convey. This feeling of, when you confess, it feels like the world's coming to an end.
Yeah.
Whereas with the first one, it's a more traditional story, it's a more emotional story, but I feel like the core idea of it was a little bit weaker, a little bit.
I think also that it unfortunately was a story that was bigger than the scope of it was a little too large for the aliens taking over a world, doing all this. and comparatively, if you kind of compare the endings from Love is Blind to the chicken one just kind of ends with a narrator going, and everyone died.
Yeah.
And you're okay. So clearly there was like almost more to the story that couldn't be fleshed out or couldn't be told appropriately.
Yeah.
So let's just wrap it up. And like the thought was there, and the emotional tool and the story tool of using the alien being undiscovered, like that was I almost feel like that was the idea he had, which was this idea of like, what if we became the cattle?
Yeah.
Like, and then kind of fleshing it out from there. Whereas the Love is Blind one, when it ends, there's this wonderful sense of finality of like 12 minutes, idea start, idea finish. We explored it fully, pushed it to its limit. Didn't need to do any more. Any more gags on top of what they already added would have been unnecessary.
Yeah.
It was a really well done exploration of a concept.
Yeah, exactly.
And what you want from like these anthology things, which is, sometimes you want to be left wondering, wanting for more or wondering what else was left untold. But sometimes it's great to have that perfect 10-minute fun gag.
Yeah,
totally.
And I've watched a lot of the other anthology series that are quite popular, like the Love, Death, Robots, obviously Black Mirror. And, what makes a good anthology, in my opinion, is when you do feel the sense of, that was a great idea. I feel satisfied.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need any more. I don't need any less. Like, that's exactly what it should have been.
Yeah.
And this was that, I think.
Which brings us to the last short that we watched. I think his most famous short.
You're getting the
Oh, is it
Nayuta.
really?
I'll go pre-Chainsaw Man, because obviously we look back in Goodbye Area, but Nayuta I'd seen this girl's avatar a few places already.
I think I'd seen it online.
Yeah.
Felt like it's like the new Kyoto Animation. Like, if you have this picture, they're probably going to say some heinous shit. You know what I mean?
I hate that you said that, because I was secretly thinking that when I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why. But
Someone who likes this character a bit too much would say heinous shit on that.
you know how the modern like portrayal of that is just like, it's like if I see someone like standing free run, I'm like, there's two ways this could go now, which way?
True. Free run has become that as well.
Yeah.
If someone likes free run a little too much, you're like, okay.
It's like, are you okay?
It's like there's this grace period where like the first 6 months, you're like, everyone's like, bro, bang a story.
Yeah.
This is fucking great. And then like post 6 months, you're like, it's getting a little weird. The conversation's getting a little weird
it's
now.
Like, I think free run should kill the demons because the demons are bad. And he thinks that free run should kill the demons because they're racist. Like, we're not the same. We want the demons dead for different reasons. Like there are two different reasons and thoughts of real,
Yeah.
Like, what? Someone read too much into this.
Yeah. But also think this is a great fucking short as well.
Yeah.
I think you could definitely see because, I believe this anthology comes out in the same way that he wrote them, in terms of the first one he wrote, the second one he wrote, third one he wrote, and the more shorts you watch, the closer you see to his current writing style, and you see his storytelling style evolve with the more shorts that you watch. I think Nayuta, you can definitely see shades of Chainsaw Man and the kind of like way he presents stories, which we are more which we're more familiar with right now.
So we should talk about the plot of Nayuta.
Sure.
Nayuta is a demonic child who I'm just reading the wiki now. Nayuta is a demonic child who bears horns, lacks a human heart, and speaks in a wicked tongue. Even before her birth, it was prophesied that she would be one to spur the apocalypse.
What is this? What is
That's
this?
what it says.
We're not here to read off the wiki.
So basically, everyone in this world is like, there's going to be a demon child that's born. It's going to end the world with its powerful magic. And people are like, nah, it's not going to happen. And then it happens. A demon child is born. And obviously, because it has horns, it unfortunately kills the mother when giving birth. And then everyone's like, wow, this prophecy actually might be legit. Because a woman was killed and a child was born with demon horns, and the child also doesn't speak English. Well, no, it doesn't.
Doesn't speak English?
This child's speaking Japanese. What the fuck's up with that? No, this child is trying to speak words, and it seems to have some sense, but every single word that it utters is like bomb.
Blood,
terrorists,
guts, bombs.
mass
Kill.
genocide.
Yeah.
You're like, what
This-
the heck?
This is like the child learned how to speak from
True
browsing
crime.
X. Browsing X for 5 minutes.
It's like, when parents play like music to their child in the womb, they're just playing true crime. It's like, yes, honey.
Yeah.
And then her legs were cut off.
Yeah. Listen to what you're gonna like, honey. And so obviously the world is like, hey, we should probably get rid of this
Yeah.
demon child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously Kenji, who is Nayuta's brother, is like, this seems a bit odd. Everyone seems to hate us, Dad. And Dad's like, don't worry, mate. It'll be fine. So Dad goes outside and gets killed and stabbed.
Yeah.
And then Kenji's like, shit. But I'll just take care of my sister because she's my sister. You know, I can't leave my sister out to dry. I can't let them kill her.
Yeah.
She's family. And he somewhat raises her and is there for her. And she constantly kills like rats.
She just can't stop fucking
She
killing.
kills.
Yeah.
But everything in this world is like a hybrid animal. So it's like the rats are, the cats are like bunny cats.
Yeah.
The rats are like have wings. And anyway, she just keeps, for some reason, decapitating them and throwing them at Kenji's white shirt, which you're like, God damn it, it's a white shirt.
Every time. He hasn't learned.
It's the way he just walks in every time and she just goes, blah.
And Kenji's also like afraid of Nayuta because she doesn't speak words, keeps decapitating animals.
Eating them as well.
Eating them,
Eating
these decapitated animals. And he's like, dude, can you please just like be fucking normal? He's trying
Can you just eat my sandwiches,
He
please?
keeps trying to get it to be normal. And then it starts escalating. One night she goes out and decapitates a field of cows and flies them back to their doorstep in the middle of the city. And obviously people are like, bloody hell, what the fuck is all of this? Why is there a bunch of decapitated fucking cows in the street?
Yeah.
That's a fucking demon child right there.
Yeah.
And I think, rightfully so, everyone's kind of clocked on now.
Yeah.
She might be demonic. But there's also magic in this world, and there's other parties involved that are like, don't worry about it. She may have magic, but look, we've got a mage here, and he can only make a tiny little dagger. They're fucking useless, these mages. We got nukes and shit. Quite frankly, I'm not concerned with that.
We can fight up against it if something happens.
Yeah. But obviously, when people see these cows being decapitated, everyone's kind of like, bruh, this is getting out of fucking hand. Someone needs to pay for this.
Yeah.
So Kenji's like, I'll pay. I did it. And everyone's like, Kenji, bro, you didn't do it. Don't be silly. And he's like, no, I did it. I did it. I want to take the heat for it. They're like, all right. So Kenji gets beaten up. Comes back, and Nayuta sees that Kenji was beaten up, and she goes fucking ballistic. Goes to Shibuya Scramble, unleashes her apocalyptic magic. Turns out she did have the magic that could end the world.
Yeah. She went full Gilgamesh on that shit.
And Kenji's like, bro, what the fuck? I just took a beating for you.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do this? So Kenji goes to Shibuya Scramble and he's like, bro, stop. And then as he's about to stop her, he keeps getting these flashbacks, being like, wait, she wasn't trying to kill all these random animals. She just thought that I was too thin and was trying to feed me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was her way of loving me and being grateful for raising her. So he jumps in. Everyone's like, shoot her. Shoot the demon child. None of the bullets get past. Kenji's like, I don't know what to do. Jumps in for the hug. Saves the day. She stops going ballistic.
he disciplines her.
Yeah,
He
she
does not-
literally
yeah.
smacks
he
her over
slaps
the
her.
head. Like, shut your bitch ass up.
He slaps her and then she starts crying and he's like, man, what I needed all this time was tough love.
Yeah.
I had to just teach her how to behave.
Yeah.
And then they move to some island together where they won't be bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a weird story. If Nayuta existed in the world, probably should have not been allowed to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just naturally, yeah.
Naturally.
I think all the world's powers would have been vying for her.
Yeah.
Hard to justify allowing someone to do the things that Nayuta does. It's a bit weird, but it's a good story. And it's a story of like, I mean, the whole message is that she's prophesized to be this demonic child that will ruin the world. And the only reason why she becomes close to doing that is because everyone pushes her to become the prophecy.
Yeah.
In any place, right? She would never have done any of this stuff. She never would have ended the world or become close to doing it, etc. Had people not pushed Kenji to the brink and their family to the brink. Like, it was all the
She
suffering
was a
and all
product
the,
of her environment.
the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it's a poignant message of like, you know, a lot of the times in our society, we label people the bad people and they will become the bad people.
Yeah.
Because we give them no recourse, no room to grow, no room to change, no room to redeem themselves. And it's a good story. it's just a bit weird, isn't it? And it's got the classic
It's very
Tatsuki
Fujimoto.
Yeah.
bells and whistles on that take of a story.
Yeah.
Because this story and this narrative is one that we've seen a couple of times from some of the stories. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but like it's not a new concept by any means.
Well, that's the thing that I think is really interesting about this anthology, because I think you could say that about every single
It's
short
his
here.
spin on it, and
Yeah.
he has a good spin on everything.
Absolutely.
he
All
does
the
a great
themes
job.
he's covering in this anthology, it has been done by so many other authors for decades. But it's just the fact that Fujimoto is able to take these concepts that have been explored before and pose it in a way that no one but Fujimoto can.
Yeah, I mean, I think for this one and for the one after this, what makes it stand out the most for me is I feel like the last two have the strongest characters.
Yeah.
Because I think Nayuta and Kenji is like, you get to explore their relationship a lot more than some of the previous characters, where there was more of a focus on a different idea. But for this one, it was really focusing on how does Kenji perceive Nayuta and what is Nayuta's intention? What even kind of a person is she? And I think the line that really ties it together is, the final line that Nayuta doesn't say but writes down, which is like, she asks Kenji, "Are you scared of me?"
Yeah.
Because it's to me it was Fujimoto, which is what I think he's really, really good at, is exploring relationships between characters and how he knows what normal is, which is the weird thing, right? Fujimoto has a great understanding of what normal is, and he breaks the norm to make you question where you get your values from, right?
Yeah.
Because what we find as normal, we don't normally question. We don't normally think about that. But he used it in such a great way where he knows what's normal, and then he breaks the norm to make you reflect on, oh shit, why do I think this way? Why did I grow up this way? And I think the relationship with Kenji and Nayuta, who is not fucking normal at all. She is a fucking, as Connor said, you see a girl doing this shit, you're like, yo, child services, please, someone handle this
take
shit.
her out.
Yeah. But the way Kenji kind of like finds out about Nayuta and comes to understand what kind of person she is, kind of strengthens the message that Connor had already laid out. And it's just such a Fujimoto way of portraying it.
Absolutely.
He loves using weird power dynamics too, I've noticed. He loves the kind of one-sided one character has such a massive I guess threat over the other, and how that plays into them coexisting. And I thought it was quite interesting. And again, it reminds you a lot of like Denji and Makima in a couple of ways, right?
Yeah,
You see, again, these pieces, this idea of like him really wanting to explore what does it look like when a person, or in this case, the child, is so dangerous and someone in their life has been there for all of it. And, there is points where Kenji is clearly scared or uncomfortable with Nayuta, but, him at the end of it, like you said, that line is such a big thing of like him finally feeling like he knows his place in this dynamic, but also knows how to genuinely not be scared of her. Which is all that Nayuta wants. Yeah,
because the reveal where Nayuta was killing these animals to help feed Kenji was like, yo, I understand her. Still kind of weird though. That's
the thing, right? Like, it's so fucked still. Even if I understood someone was doing that for me, maybe I could justify it. But I guess that's it, right? Like that's the dynamic of like he's using this family dynamic as a way to like, could you get over it? Could you put these things aside for family? Someone you've been around your whole life, and it's a show that and a short that like really has a lot more to it than what it presents, and I think it does a really good job. At kind of exploring that concept and showing holding the mirror up to humanity as well and what we think. Because you'd have to kill this fucking child.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the problem. I'm the prophecy, bro. I'm like, nah, get rid of that.
Yeah, I want that. You see what the fuck she just did? She's trying to destroy everyone.